Lost Colony is finally here, so we have a whole new roster of creatures to be checking out amongst so many other things, because this is a very stacked DLC. It's a story DLC, so there's lots of stuff coming, and I've got tons of videos in the pipeline right now, so make sure that you subscribe to stay tuned with all of that stuff. But in this video, we're going to be checking out all of the new creatures, some of which we have seen before. Of course, we have seen the Veilwyn before. We have seen the Ossidon, but I'll briefly go over those guys and mostly focus on the new ones. So for the moment, we're not going to be doing like how to tame in this video. This is mostly just checking them out, because I'll be honest, I've been trying to evolve this guy because this thing right here can evolve into 2 different forms. And I figured out how to get red element, but whenever I put it into its inventory and try to evolve it, first of all, I don't know how to evolve it because it doesn't seem to feed to it. But secondly, my game does crash, so that really sucks. We'll figure it out another time. And I do, of course, have all the spawn commands, so I'm going to put those down in the description if you're interested in checking out these creatures yourself. And yeah, first of all, here is the Veilwyn. You can set this guy into companion mode, which is going to probably be the main thing that you want to do when you find one of these guys. And yeah, when you have them in companion mode, they've got a bunch of different abilities. You know, we could go over absolutely everything, but in all honesty, for the main thing, you want to be using the call friends one, which is when it pops away and it comes back with a couple more friends. And you can do that 3 times for a total of 7 of these guys. And then when you send them in on something, they absolutely obliterate it. There you go, guys. Now watch as they obliterate. Yeah, these guys are no joke. And companion mode means that the creature cannot die. If it was to die, it technically will just go away for about an hour and then it will come back. So yeah, really cool creature, but we've already seen it before. Let's move on to the angelic and demonic versions of this creature. So here's the whole happy family. We got the Veilwyn in the middle, we got the Soulwind right here, and we have the Malwyn right here. And as you can see, the Malwyn is significantly larger than the Soulwind. So yeah, I do know if you feed it red element, or at least something red element based, you can turn it into this right here, which is the Malwyn. And then from the Steam page, it says something like Volpite. If you feed it that or do something with it to give it that, it will turn into the Soulwind. So yeah, we're going to be checking out both of these guys. But first of all, let me check out their saddles. So the Soulwind is unlocked at level 58 for 40 engram points, crafted in the smithy for those resources right there. And then the Malwyn is level 65, again, 40 engram points. Again, it's the smithy, and it's crafted with those resources right there. Interestingly enough, I would say that the Soulwind's probably more expensive because you need crystal and you need obsidian as well. With this, you just need a whole lot more metal, but it's mostly normal resources. I feel like they got those mixed up. I don't know. That's kind of odd. So really handy on the side of the screen right there, we do have a bunch of different abilities that this thing can do. For some reason, the Malwyn does not have that list of abilities at all. I don't know why. So it's very odd. Also, you don't seem to be able to hide it on the Soulwind, and you don't seem to be able to unhide it on the Malwyn because it seems to be hidden. But anyway, so yeah, with the Soulwind, you have your standard kind of melee attack, which is, of course, you know, just a normal bite. We've got Arcona Frost, which I will show you if I can find something. I guess I could spawn in another Parasaur. So right here, we got a Parasaur. Let's do Arcona Frost. He can't see me, by the way, in case you're wondering. So yeah, it frosts up a creature, and I believe it has around a 20-second cooldown, which doesn't seem to appear anywhere on the screen at all. But yeah, the ice basically slows down the creature. Additionally, this guy can actually slide, so if we go ahead and jump and then hold down space, we are going to slide all the way down this hill. So yeah, very, very useful for getting around. But there's a couple more things that this thing can do to get around that makes it even better. But first of all, let me go over here because I want to show you that this thing can actually climb. It's kind of insane as well. Can I climb this maybe? So yeah, if we just hold down space against like a structure or like a cliff or something, you can climb right up that cliff. Really, really cool. Doesn't seem to have any sort of like roar or anything, which I'm kind of disappointed about, but for the most part, it's really cool looking. It's very, like, oh my god. That it suits the sky. It suits this beautiful side of Earth. Not that dark, depressing side over there. Yeah. Anyway, so, of course, this thing has other abilities, one of which I will have to show you very, very fast. So I'm actually going to go ahead, go into slow-mo mode. I'm going to hit C. This is the Glacial Endurance. And I hit the wrong button. I want to go into here. It only lasts 2 seconds, so I have to slow down the time to actually show you. This basically makes it so it heals the creature over time, but it only lasts 2 seconds, and it does have a cooldown, so I don't really know how that's going to work. It's 2 seconds of healing or something. I don't know. Very, very odd. let's make it normal speed again. So let's use that, and then let's hop into the buffs to show you. So basically your next attack deals extra damage, and it also does increased damage to creatures that are frosted. So what you kind of want to do with this guy is go ahead and hit something with the Cone of Frost, and then go ahead and then bite them. So you're going to deal a little bit extra damage. You can see, I think we were like 138, and now it does 110. So the first attack, of course, is the one that actually does extra damage. So I would say, what is that? Maybe like 25% extra or something like that. So it could be pretty good if you have a really good one of these guys. In terms of stats, this is a 150 force tamed. And yeah, the stat points are not great on this guy, but just in general, the stats themselves are kind of like mid-range for a creature of like this level and size. So yeah, the other thing that this guy could do is pretty insane. Well, first, I guess we'll go to the swiftness. So we have glacial swiftness as well, which just makes it a little bit faster. You don't seem to slide much faster. And yeah, that's pretty much it. You get like 20 seconds of extra movement speed, which is pretty cool. But yeah, the other thing that you can do is ice bridges. Let me tell you, guys, this is ridiculous. Look at this. Hang on. Let me just put one up here. So it just creates an ice bridge structure that seems to kind of just stay there, because I left one there for a little bit and it was there after like at least 10 minutes. So I don't know how long until they can actually go away. I guess, yeah, you could just walk up and destroy them. So you could make a little like pathway up a cliff or something using this. Very, very cool. But here's the best part. You can go ahead and just keep spamming them to get around. You don't even need to touch the ground with this guy. You could just like go right above absolutely everything, and you can kind of catch yourself sometimes, but not all the time when you're falling. So yeah, ridiculous. Really, really cool. So basically these ice bridges work identical to the tech bridges. If you guys have ever used those, they have a flat ceiling, which is like this part right here. On one side, they have an angled, like kind of flat part towards the other side. So yeah, obviously we placed it down here. It's flat. It goes angled right up to this next one. And yeah, it's pretty cool. Like we can only have one down at a time, but it's still really, really amazing. And let's just let's bring it up to like the maximum steepness, which is right around there. That is very, very steep. Oh my god. I have tried to slide down them. You don't seem to go much faster. So yeah, it's really, really cool. But yeah, look at that thing. My god. So what you could actually use this for as well is you could probably like place an ice bridge above an area and then have flyers land on that for stamina or something. I don't like, there's a lot of uses you could get out of that. You could even just have it up there and then shoot down at your enemies, or even just like trank a creature or something using that. So yeah, pretty insane. All right, now on to the Malwyn, and here is a new one that I've just force tamed. So yeah, in terms of stats and everything, it does seem like the Malwyn is supposed to be a little bit better than the Soulwind, but yeah. The interesting part about this guy is the fact that it just does not have any sort of control stuff. So you can still switch between your skills the same way, but you can't get to the teleport. It's very odd. So let me show you. Also, first of all, hold right click. The tongue is so uncomfortable. I hate that. I hate that so much. It makes me so uncomfortable. But yeah, so if we go to these different abilities, we have Sanguine Malediction, we have Sanguine Vulnerability, we have Sanguine Fatigue, and then we have the Teleport. So if you hold down right click, you can kind of like activate this beam from the eyes. I can't show you. Can I? I think if we keep it... I'm trying to show you, but it keeps going away. But anyway, yeah. So it goes from all of the eyes. It's got 6 eyes. And then after that, I don't really know. I can't actually tell you what it does. You can hit C and teleport to the creature. But yeah, I can't see what that actual ability did right there. So yeah, let's switch to the other one here. Switch to the vulnerability. This beam is blue. And again, you can like charge it up to 20. Really not sure what it actually does. This is going to take a lot more testing to try and figure out. But yeah, let's get that up to 20. And again, we can go ahead and hit this and just teleport to him. We still have 20 on those two. I'm not sure if there's a way of like activating that or something. It's very confusing. And then let's go to the fatigue. This is a green beam. And yeah, as you can see, it can go up to 20 as well. And then again, we can hit C. I guess when it gets past like 10, I think at that point you can actually teleport to the creature. But yeah, it's a little confusing. I don't know. I don't seem to be able to teleport anywhere else besides to this guy right here. My god, the game's very laggy. Let's do that. So kind of similar to the Veilwyn with the teleport, which is pretty cool. But yeah, I'm just very confused as to what it's actually doing, because we can't see the actual effect on that creature. Oh, there's my other one. Oops. He's just hanging out with us. So this guy also has the slide as well, but he doesn't seem to be able to climb cliffs. And obviously he doesn't have an ice bridge. He's got a teleport instead. So yeah, I'm thinking that's probably all it does. Again, without the actual stuff on the side of the screen, we can't really tell exactly what it's doing. But yeah, we can switch between the different skills from the radio wheel as well. And it also has like a kind of a natural armor, I suppose, by just being like one of these demonic creatures. Yeah, this guy doesn't seem to have any sort of like passive effect, but this guy does, of course. So yeah, that's both of them. Again, this guy might take more testing to try and figure out everything, but just in general, both of them are really cool. I think I probably prefer this one right here, the Soulwind, because I don't know why. This one just makes me so uncomfortable. The tongue is seriously just not okay. Whose idea was that tongue? Like, let's point directly up, like, ew! I hate that so much. So next up, we have this disgusting little monstrosity right here. This is the Gloon, and my Veilwyn. Yeah, you're just like in the way. Let me just disable. There we go. Now you're no longer in companion mode. So yeah, here is the Gloon. It's yeah, it's so gross. It's so gross looking, but I kind of like it. We got like a Blello one as well. So yeah, you can go ahead and pop it on your shoulder, and then if you go ahead and put the little equipable on your hotbar, similar to other creatures, it will hop onto your wrist, just like Cosmo, just like what is it, the Drakelings as well. And then when you put it away, like its eyes inflate and it floats back to your shoulder. It's so creepy. I don't know. I just really don't like it. Also, that's weird. Wait, do shoulder pets usually sit on that shoulder? I feel like they sit on the other one all the time. It's a bit odd. I don't think I've ever seen them like swap shoulders. Or do they do that? And I'm just getting confused. Anyway, so with the Gloon, we have a cool eye beam that you can do once it's on your wrist like that. And it does like decent damage. And if you keep the beam on the creature, it goes all the way up to like 20, I think. And then, yeah, it's like dealing that damage really, really fast. We're like melting this guy right now. So I don't know, could actually be used as a pretty decent killing machine on your wrist, just like this. Kind of ridiculous. So now this guy is pissed at me, so I'm gonna mesmerize it. And if we do that, it kind of just like makes it so this creature doesn't come after me anymore. It's just confused. It doesn't want to come for me. And yeah, it's a pretty handy way of de-aggroing creatures to yourself. And I think you can mesmerize a couple different creatures. Can't reach that guy, I don't think. Yeah, he's too far away. So yeah, we also have another really crazy ability. This is the necrotic mark. So I'm gonna go ahead and shoot this on here, and you're just gonna have to watch. Like, what on earth? And now creatures are going to attack him. we just like mutated him, and now everything wants to kill him. It's almost kind of like shooting what are those darts? I can't even remember what they're called. But yeah, you can just shoot this on a bunch of different creatures and pretty much just like mutate them all. Let me try and shoot it onto this guy as well. Okay, can I hit him, please? Okay, let me shoot one onto the Carno if I can. No. One's on the Carno. Can I shoot you one onto you as well? Okay, yeah, I got you. So I think it can only be on one creature at a time. But yeah, that is so gross. Just so you know, Rockwell made these things, and I think it shows. Because yeah, that's horrifying. Additionally, when it is on your shoulder, you can actually go ahead and enable the slow fall. So just like the Drakelings and probably a couple other creatures. Yeah, you can also have it auto mesmerize creatures. So basically, if anything's coming at you, it will just mesmerize them, and then you don't have to worry about that. You can actually also go into camo mode with it to essentially go invisible. Yeah, so I think if I was to interact with anything, I would probably not be invisible anymore. So I'm gonna just punch this Carno. And nope, I'm no longer invisible. My bad. All right, let's actually go ahead and enable the auto mesmerize. Auto mesmerize creatures above 100. It does say it's locked. I don't know why it's locked. Oh, turn on auto mesmerize. There we go. My bad. So yeah, this Carno's coming after me, so he's mesmerized. And now he can no longer attack me. So it kind of acts as like a just something to keep you alive, to keep you hidden as well. And then also, I guess it does some charge stuff as well. So let's go ahead and set on our lights. So we can actually have it like brighten up the area. And then I guess we can also have it use charge, because I would imagine there's probably some aberration-y kind of things on this map. And for that, it kind of just like shoots like little light beams off of its off your shoulder. It's very creepy and weird. But yeah, just in general, like that's pretty much this guy. He's got pretty similar stats to like shoulder pets on Aberration, the charge pet. So yeah, pretty similar to those guys. And I guess, can we auto mesmerize? Are you gonna do that for me? You should do it. I guess he's not coming for me. He's going for that guy. All right, well, anyway, yeah, that is the Gloon. So next up, we have the Neophytes, and I do have to say they are not tameable. I was kind of disappointed when I heard about that, but yeah, so they're kind of almost like little guardians of the city up there, and I do believe dinos cannot hurt them. You have to fight them using weapons, so it makes it a little bit more difficult to kill them. In terms of stats and everything, and by the way, they're pretty tall. It's a little taller than me, and my character's really tall. 13,000 health, and my little guy's attacking him right now. So they're kind of almost like creatures that you'll want to kill, because if you do kill them, you can actually stop beaming him. You can get a bunch of different loot off of them, and this guy actually came stacked. So next up, we have the Desmodus, which is technically not a new creature, but they did add it in early, and yeah, here it is. It's really cool looking. It works the exact same as a normal Desmodus from before. And of course, you can go ahead and make those magical sanguine elixirs. They're finally back, and early at that. So yeah, definitely definitely go ahead and try and tame yourself lots and lots of these guys. We actually got a really good one. Wow. But yeah, we're not going to show this guy off. We've seen him before. It's a really cool creature, though. Really amazing. And we'll show off the Giga Desmodus in a little bit. Next up, we have the Cryolophosaurus, which is actually from ARK Editions. Oh, hello. And he's being attacked, but that's okay. You unlock this saddle at level 60 for 22 engram points and those resources right there. And he's being taken away from me. I'm just gonna go get a new one. So yeah, this is a creature from ARK Editions, but yeah, they were kind of sneaky. They added it into the DLC, which is kind of cool. Apparently it's gonna spawn on other maps eventually, but yeah, I guess for the moment they only really spawn on here. And yeah, I think it's probably gotten some different abilities. So let me have a little look at this then. So we've got our bite attack, of course. We have aiming stance, which I think is, yeah, you have to like scoop up some snow and stuff. So yeah, this is probably like one of the only creatures that can actually drink, which is pretty interesting. We're supposed to be able to drink the water. You must be near water or snow to refill liquid. I think I'm in water right now. I'm not 100% certain. Oh, are we doing it? Okay, we're doing it here, I think. Can I fill it by more? No. I think we're in the aiming stance right now. Okay. Well, I'm not sure if I could show this off properly because we don't seem to be able to drink the water. So, yeah, that might not work for the moment. You can hit down and then spacebar to evade. That's actually pretty cool. So you can, like, just bounce back away from creatures. But yeah, I still can't drink the water. I'm not sure what's happening there. Can I get you to do it yourself? Probably not. Right, well, we can't show it off unless they fix it, but yeah, that is the Cryolophosaurus. It's pretty cool that they added it, honestly. I'm very happy about that. But yeah, hopefully you can get added to some more maps pretty soon, because it was promised for all maps, I do believe. So next up, we have the Aureliax, which I think is how you say that. This thing is absolutely insane looking. First of all, that is one long boy. I feel like everything from this DLC is like lanky and long like that, but yeah, they finally done it, guys. They finally added in an Eastern style dragon, and they did a great job with this thing. It looks so good. Just full on Shenron vibes. Like, I'm about to go look for the Dragon Balls right now. God damn, this thing is fantastic looking. But yeah, let me go ahead and grab a saddle. The Aureliax saddle, by the way, is unlocked at level 85, 40 engram points, and those are the resources to craft it right there. Really not too bad, actually. By the time you get to 85, that's really easy to get. So let's go ahead and pop that saddle on, and as you can see, you actually ride on its head, and it's also got a couple passenger seats on the horns right there. So let me see. Let me go into one of them. There we go. So yeah, I'm just like sitting as a passenger now. But yeah, I want to ride on this thing, man. This thing is so cool. They are breedable as well, by the way. So yeah, I'm super excited. I don't even know what a baby one of these guys would look like, but yeah, just make sure you don't have a dino explosion because they don't seem to land. You cannot land with them at all. So this creature does have a stance change. So we have like kind of yin and yang, I suppose. So here is the other one, and then back to the original one. So you'll know kind of what you're going up against depending on the color of it. And it does seem to have different abilities depending on which one you're actually using. So first of all, handling, yeah, this thing is so good. Like it feels just so mystical and magical, and I love it so much. Like, I could fly around on this thing for hours, you know, just put on auto fly and just gracefully just soar through the skies of the city and everything. Well, maybe not there because you can't fly most of that, but yeah, first of all, let's check out the bite attack. So let's get right down here and we can get a little bite in there. Not super great though, because you can't turn on the spot or anything, so you can kind of like do that a little bit, but it's very hard to stop and like make sure you're going to continue fighting what you're trying to go for. My little Veilwyn is dead. I mean, he does have a good AoE. I mean, I'm still hitting that Carno right there, but I'm also kind of clawing at the same time, so maybe that's why. We also have a breath attack, 2 different ones, in fact. So here is the blue breath attack when it will allow me to do it. Boom. We're going to try and use that on something here in a minute. I guess I can go ahead and spawn in. Make sure you just spawn in a Paraceratherium and then use that blue breath. So I think that probably does some sort of healing or something, because that does not seem to be damaging him at all. Let's switch to the other one, and then I'll show you that breath attack, because I know this one actually does do some damage. So here we go. It's kind of almost similar to the Managarmer's breath attack in the way that it just like spams, and it seems to like decrease in terms of like range and everything. So if you get like really close, you do really good damage with it, but if you're a little further away, you do slightly less. We also have this cool ice pillar attack thing that we can do. So if you place it like that, you kind of have to yeah, I think he's already walked out of it, but I would imagine that would do damage if you could actually hit it, which I'm not capable of doing. I'm gonna try and maybe place it like there. Did it place on the creature? It looked like it almost did. Yeah, that's going to be very difficult to hit. So in the orange stance, it does it a little bit differently. So let me try and predict where this thing's going to be walking. Maybe like there. Oh, crap. I thought it was going to stand still. Oh, it actually might. Is that going to happen? Okay, amazing. Yeah, not great damage. I'm not sure what that's really supposed to be doing. Maybe it deals extra damage to structures or something. I don't really know. There's also a Skygate ability for each of these guys. So if we do that one... Let me just... Your movement speed is increased and you are regenerating stamina. So yeah, it goes away very fast though, so it's very hard to show. So that's the blue Skygate. And then here is the orange Skygate, which I don't think I flew through properly. Did we? Maybe that does damage or something. Oh no, there we go. Yeah, this one does not seem to be applying the effect every single time. I got it to do it once. I'm really confused what I did wrong every other time. Maybe there's something else I'm supposed to be doing, because it looks like we're kind of increasing our blue energy, but our orange energy is not up at all. Oh, and then here's like the last thing that I could do. Yeah, it's kind of like a Rhino. You can pick up to like Rex size, and you can hold 2 of them. Yeah, so R to hold in the back, and then right click to pick up, I guess, in the front. Definitely kind of ridiculous. You can also drop them and then grab them again. They kind of like spam into your body a little bit, like it's clipping right into me, but that's okay. I mean, yeah. So you could use this thing as just the perfect creature to just get around with and find creatures to tame. And, you know, you don't need rhinos anymore because you could just get one of these guys. They are way more graceful and super cool looking. So here's the last thing. It's the trail detonation. And it might be kind of hard for me to hit, but yeah, if you could get them to walk into the trail, or probably if you have something flying after you, it would probably be a lot better. But yeah, I guess it would deal some damage. It's very hard to show these things off because it's super finicky to use, but yeah, I don't know, man. Try it yourself. It's pretty cool. Yeah, I didn't manage to hit that one either. Yeah, I can't. So that is the Aureliax, and of course, when you hop off of it, it will actually kind of come a little close to the ground, but it will never actually land. Did it just poop twice? Bro, where did those even come from? The same hole, or like 2 different holes? Okay, next up we have the Ossidon, which of course we all know because this thing came out on a couple different maps a few weeks ago, and we all checked it out. We all had trouble trying to tame them. But yeah, they're pretty cool. I mean, you can shoot like ice spikes with them. You can roll a giant snot ball and trap a bunch of creatures in it. And yeah, for the most part, they're just a really big pain to actually tame, you know. But yeah, they're pretty cool. They definitely got a buff a couple weeks ago, and yeah, I think it does kind of look like the stats are pretty much the exact same. If you stay on these guys, I think for a half an hour, you get a massive buff to all of its stats, in fact, because right up here we have a little timer. So you just have to sit on its back for a half an hour, and then you can put it into a cryopod and everything. The buff will stay as long as you are its rider. And then also, depending on what you level, they get a huge kind of like visual change. How do we even make this happen again? Let me just break this. So yeah, depending on what you level, its like kind of physical body will change. So if you level into its health, the overall size of this will increase, and then also you can have more victims in the giant snot ball. Stamina will increase the head size, and it will increase the amount of time you can roll your snot ball. Oxygen will increase the fur length, and then the distance that the Ossidon could shoot the icicle rain. Food will increase the stomach size, and then also the number of icicles you can shoot during the icicle rain. The weight will increase the muscle size, and then also the maximum creature size that you can grab inside of your giant snot ball. And then finally, the melee just increases claw size and, of course, your damage. But yeah, so pretty cool. I mean, like, I definitely think these guys are amazing. It would have been a lot better if they waited until the DLC to let us have this immense beast. But we've already checked it out, so we're not going to be going over it again. And then last, but most certainly not least, this right here is the Giga Desmodus. So one thing to note is I know for a fact that you have to defeat the final boss to get one of these things. It will give you an egg, which you can hatch, and you get one of them. They are not tameable in any other way as far as I know, which sucks because they are so cool looking. Like, oh my god. This thing's terrifying. Oh, hello. Yeah, this thing is absolutely terrifying. Let me just spawn in a normal wyvern. So this thing is essentially kind of like, I guess a wyvern had a baby with a really, really big bat. Yeah. It's gigantic. It's much bigger than wyverns. And yeah, it's so cool looking. First of all, let me go ahead and get rid of you. And yeah, this guy actually also has 2 different saddles, which are unlocked by defeating the final boss, and they are both tech rooms as well, so you need to craft them in the tech replicator. But yeah, that is the saddle cost for the regular one, and then we also have the platform one. All right, let's go ahead and pop on some of these saddles. So we'll pop on the platform saddle real fast just to show you, and it actually has kind of decreased like mobility with the platform saddle on, so I'll show you the difference between the two in a minute. But yeah, let me put on the normal one. So obviously they're very, very similar, except the platform saddle just has a platform here instead of this cool throne, which I much prefer the throne. So in terms of its stats and everything, of course, this is like a force-tamed one, whereas you would actually have an imprinted one if you did it all properly and got it legit. But yeah, just in general, the health points are quite low, so that's really not too good. I don't really know what to kind of equate it to. I mean, the stamina is actually pretty significant, though, for like low-ish kind of points on that. But yeah, anyway. So here it is. This thing is incredibly fast, by the way. Let's just go ahead and fly over here. So obviously it doesn't look like I'm flying that fast, but you gotta realize this is a really, really big creature. And yeah, we are definitely moving very, very fast. Let me fly up because you can also glide with him as well. So yeah, they've kind of just improved the wyvern and made it even more badass. And also it's not a dragon anymore. It's a giant bat. Do I have a ground slam? Did kind of look like I might have had that, but I think I hit a tree. Let me see. Can I fly right down into you? No, it doesn't look like you actually have any sort of ground slam. Let's go ahead and do some fighting, though. So yeah, pretty good damage on this guy. Again, you would have an imprinted one. This one is not imprinted. He does have a cool little life leech effect up there, and he seems to be able to kind of like track creatures' health. And of course, just like a Desmodus, you get spoiled meat, and then you get blood packs when you harvest meat. So yeah, really, really cool. Let me go ahead and just fight some more of these guys. So if you're ever looking for a really, really big creature to go around and get some spoiled meat with, definitely consider using a Giga Desmodus. So we can also shoot these kind of projectiles as well. Let me try and aim up a little bit more. No, a little bit more. A little bit more. He's hitting the ground. There we go. So yeah, they've actually got some pretty decent range as well. Not too bad at all. I think they do drop after a while. Yeah, it's not too bad. I think it shoots like 5 of them, I think. So that's left control and then left click for that one. We also have the execute, which I can't seem to figure out properly. So this guy's not able to grab creatures like up to the size of a Paraceratherium. I would imagine maybe a rhino. Can I pick up a rhino? I can pick up a rhino. So somewhere between a rhino and a Paraceratherium is where you can pick up creatures. You can also attack them while they're in your claws as well. And again, I don't know how to do the execute. It says C. I think maybe do you have to get the creature low on health? I've just hit the execute thing. It did 1 damage, but it doesn't seem to have killed him. So, a little confused about that one. All right, so let me show you the reduced mobility with the platform saddle. So with this, you don't seem to be able to swoop at all. So, kind of makes sense, I guess. because, you know, PvP people always figure out a way to like, you know, do things and glitch into bases and stuff. And I think platform saddles are like one of the main things that used to get used. So they're probably playing it a little safe. But yeah, you're not able to swoop at all with the platform on. Just in general, I don't personally want a platform on him. I want this thing. This got the throne. I love me my throne. So that is all the creatures in this DLC. Of course, we have a bunch of thralls and we have like revenants and stuff like that. But yeah, we'll have to do a separate video on them because that's gonna need a huge deep dive, because it's kind of like Conan Exiles. You can just like have human workers, let's call them that, thralls. So yeah, anyway, guys, that's gonna be it for this one. If you have enjoyed it, drop a like, subscribe if you want to see more Lost Colony content. And yeah, we're just getting started. There's so much to come.